Boys, whenever we have Spriggan news to talk about, it is always super hype, and today we have some Spriggan news which could show off basically the design for the upcoming evolution of Spriggan in Dynamite Battle. So let's talk about it. But before we get into it, hit that like button down below. We're trying to hit 1,000 likes. Of course, hit subscribe to join the Nuc Nation, and big thank you to these people right here for becoming members on this channel. If you want to figure out how to do that and to see what perks are included, click the join button down below. But now, let's talk about this Spriggan. I do want to give credit to J&J Store Beyblade on Instagram. That is where I got these pictures from, and they are concept art images, which can sometimes look really different than what the final bay actually looks like. But these are what looks to be final concept art, so it should be decently close. So starting with the first picture, we have what looks to be the left spin side to Spriggan. Just by the way the kind of heads and the axes are angled, it looks like this is going to be the left spin side, unless I'm just completely wrong. But you can see here, it is definitely Spriggan. You have the kind of white and gold and red details. You have the axe edges along with the Spriggan heads. Pretty similar-ish to some of the other Spriggan designs that we've seen so far. It's pretty similar to World, except it looks way more aggressive, which I'm actually pretty hyped for, because, I mean, I love World Spriggan, one of my favorite sparking bays that was released, but something that I did not like about it was just how circular it was. So making Spriggan more of an aggressive shape, I'm a big fan of. We can also see that the DB core for Spriggan is actually sideways, just like Saber Valkyrie, unlike World Spriggan, to where it was vertical. I will say I do like Spriggan's core more than I like Saber Valkyrie's, but I still like World Spriggan's sparking chip a little bit more. I just really like kind of the crown look that it had, and how one side was gold, one side was black. I just thought that was a really cool design choice. So I definitely like World Spriggan a little bit better in that way, but I can't complain about this new one. So now moving on to the other side of Spriggan, and it's either the other side of the blade, or we're going to be getting two blades in one box. I kind of hope it's reversible like World Spriggan, but if it's not, I guess that's fine, whatever. Just hopefully you don't lose the other piece. And this looks to be the right spin side, and the color scheme for this side is like the black and red, just like World Spriggan's left spin side, which was also black and red. It looks like they swapped the color schemes, which I'm fine with. I mean, it kind of makes the bays a little bit more unique, so I'm fine with that. Something that I don't know if I'm fine with, though, is the fact that it doesn't look like there are any spots where you can put rubber on the bay. I don't really think there's going to be rubber on this Spriggan, which some of you guys might be disappointed by, and I'm also a little bit disappointed. I mean, Lord Spriggan had rubber on it from Beyblade vs. GT, and I think that was probably my favorite Spriggan ever at this point. I mean, Spriggan Requiem I think is still my favorite, but Lord Spriggan was just completely overpowered. But yeah, just like with World Spriggan, it does look like this new Dynamite Battle version is not going to have rubber on it, which, you know, it's just kind of how it is. But overall, I do like the design of this bay a lot. I really want to know if the side is actually like reversible, or if the blade is reversible like we saw with World Spriggan, or if we're getting kind of two blades in one. For Dynamite Battle, we've been getting a bunch of new parts as well, so I don't think we can assume what parts are going to be included with this Spriggan. It's probably going to be all brand new. Maybe we have like the Nexus disc or something. I kind of hope not, but we might have like an old disc, but the driver should be brand new. And we also know that Spriggan is going to be coming with the S gear, or like the S evolution piece, which is going to be able to stack onto Dynamite Belial, which is pretty hype. And now that it doesn't look like Spriggan is going to have rubber on the bay itself, I kind of doubt that the Spriggan gear is going to have rubber on it as well, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. And now moving on to the next bit of news, we have the Devil Blade. I have talked about this before, although I didn't really show any pictures or go into detail about it because we didn't really have any. But now we know what the blade looks like, and it looks pretty similar to Dynamite. It's kind of like First and Super from Beyblade vs. Sparking, how they were completely different rings, but they were pretty similar in shape. I do like the color scheme here, how it's kind of like the black and red. I think it looks pretty unique, and especially with Belial, I think it looks nice. I mean, Devil, Belial, that's pretty cool. And apparently the way that this campaign is going to work is that I think it releases July 15th. And if you spend over 2,000 yen on, Beyblades in Japan, you will get the blade for free. So what that means for people like me in the US, or people in Canada, or really any other country besides Japan, you're gonna have to be looking on eBay, and it's probably going to cost you a little bit more than 20 bucks, I'd say. So that's unfortunate. And lastly, Takara Tomy did finally release the really high quality pictures of Roar Bahamut and Saber Valkyrie. I'm not really going to talk about him too much because I've already made videos about those bays, but some points that I did not know or did not tell you guys was that Saber Valkyrie's core is actually spring loaded, so it's pretty much going to act like an evolution to God Valkyrie. You know how God Valkyrie had the spring-loaded blades? It's pretty much the same thing, but better. And then Roar Bahamut's core actually has a burst stopper in it, kind of similar to the Gen weight, or Gen, however you say it, the Gen weight from Dread Bahamut, and the little burst stopper rubber piece from Lucifer the End. That I think might really add to Bahamut's competitiveness, its competitive edge. And I think it's also going to make Bahamut a little bit more expensive to try and get, because I know a lot of these random booster bays are pretty expensive. Did you guys know that Infinite Achilles is actually like over $100, or maybe even like $200 at this point? It's crazy pricey. But that is going to wrap up this video, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button down below. Once again, we're trying to hit 1,000 likes. Hit subscribe to join the Nuc Nation, and let me know what you think of the news. What do you think about this concept art of Spriggan? Do you hope it changes a little bit? Do you hope that this is what Spriggan is fully going to look like? And let me know what you guys think of the Devil Blade as well, and if you're going to try and pick it up, or if you're just going to save the money and skip it. But of course, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun, and bay away. So really quickly, before this video ends, I actually want to break down this picture really quick. And as you can see, you have an absolute beast of a Dynamite Belial. On the top part, you have the Longinus gear, which looks to be a armor piece, which is cool. And I assume it's going to be full metal. Underneath that, you have the Dynamite Blade. Underneath that, you have the Fafnir F gear. And then underneath that, you have the Spriggan piece, or the S gear, and that apparently is going to connect to the Nexus disc. And then you can't really see it in this picture, but I'm sure the Valkyrie V driver gear is at the bottom. So this bay is going to weigh so much, and it's going to be absolutely huge. I can't wait until we see more.